one. So this is our old sugar shack that's out in the woods, and it's quite a hike from the house, but this is part of our woods. And we have not yet tapped the trees here. This is our 4th year here, so I've been learning what I can about the tubing systems and bucket collections. So I believe what we're gonna do next year is do the 5-gallon buckets with the drop line. And we've been saving our money to do some kind of a maple syrup evaporator. Right now we're kind of leaning towards a homemade arch, and we have got 30 or 40 acres of woods here. You see it just goes for quite a ways, and this spot has been pretty well left untouched. You can see we've got a lot of tree branches that have broken down in the last 2 years, and even 3 years ago we had a massive snowstorm. Okay, so the former owners of this property at some point were into maple syrup making. So they had built this, and they had a separate fire pit where they would cook food on or just take a pot of sap over. But long before we bought the land, there was an auction and everything was sold off. So no maple syrup evaporator, no arch. And I've noticed about this building, like here, we've got miscellaneous hooks where I think they may have used this area for cleaning out their deer during deer season. There's this old deer blind that was built here. Yeah, the former owner had actually told me his wife hit a deer with her new car and wanted to take up deer hunting after that. So he built it for her. So, evidence of maple sugaring. And I've wondered about these bags. These are King maple sap bags. And they were just hanging here all folded up. This one was on the ground. If you're interested in the bags at all, you can just see that hangs right on your tap. It's a real heavy plastic. Kind of like what like an IV medicine comes in. So we'll do a little bit of research about those as an option also. I'm not real interested in doing a whole tubing system because I don't want the kids to just have it easy. We want them to learn, and then they can do the tubing system. Plus it's real hard to get up here in the wintertime. So you can just see it's just a real nice view and place to be. It is wired with electrical, so we could hook it up to a generator. We do have a tractor mounted and ran generator, so we can bring that right back here whenever we're doing maple sugaring. Hi, what'd you find there, Murdoch? You want to show everybody?
A deer antler and part of a cow.
Part of a cow. And Murdoch has found a 6-point antler. Like I told you and showed you before, we've got some great deer around here. It's just a matter of getting out and having freezer space to do it. Yeah, those are plugs. This area has a nice slope, so we can run all these trees to a collection tank if we wanted to with just a drop line and let it gravity into a tank for collection, which could make things nice. There's not a lot of real mature trees in this area. It's a low-lying area that meets up with the river, so it can get wet. These are the bricks from the old chimney that were here, Murdoch, for the maple syrup evaporator. So we can put those to use and rebuild it also. I believe this opening here was for that, for the back of it. Yep. So there's still some blocks there from it. Be a real nice thing to do. Ooh, I just spotted something neat. Here's a head gate from a cow. A cow's head gate. And an old metal headboard frame too, which make a nice little flower bed decoration or something.
Yeah.
So we've just been slowly cleaning this up with, you know, getting all the metal out of the woods and everything. Some of the scrappers came through here after the auction and cleaned some things up, but little stuff like this, a lot of it didn't get taken. So we'll start cutting some trees and stacking the wood up here for next year, everybody. We'll keep you posted on the progress of this and any other farm endeavors, but maple syrup season, we've got one more run coming. The trees aren't quite budding out yet. In the city where we've seen some of the trees are. So this is our maple syrup sugaring shack, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.
Hi everyone. So as you know, we are at the end of maple syruping season, and I've been trying to come up with a solution to being able to start tapping our woods. And the hard part is getting out there with the snow. We're in Michigan and we get snowfalls with 10 to 12 inches sometimes, even 4 to 6 inches. I have this John Deere 40 tractor, and it's very similar to like an orchard tractor. It's just got the real small side fenders, so it's real easy to get through the woods without getting hung up. This is my solution to my going into the woods. This is a tractor that my father-in-law has owned. It is a wide front, and it has the adjustable wheel width, so I can change that, which will make it easier for the narrow pathways. We're going to open up those areas of the woods and make it real easy for me. My Suburban can get through most of the areas of the woods. Any hillsides and things like that we'll be doing on foot. We just need to be able to pull a trailer, and the trailer is going to be holding a poly tank. So I'll probably be getting one of the 275-gallon caged totes. You can look those up. The local maple syrup places around here sell them used and clean for, I think, $85. With farm use, it's tax-free, so that makes it very usable. And I will splice this together with the trailer I'm going to put it on, but I just wanted to show the beginning of this. I've been looking for like a Ford Jubilee. I really like the style of them. But there's no point in buying something when you already own something. We were able to acquire this through my father-in-law. It needs a new battery, and it's been sitting in the barn collecting dust from the chickens for a couple of years now. So I'm going to get this going, and this is going to be my own garden tractor. I've always waited for my husband to do his field work and work up my garden for me, so this will allow me to do it myself. I just have to go to the farm store today and pick up a battery. So considering we were looking at a Kubota 1140, I think is the model. It's a crew cab utility vehicle. Used with a snowplow, it was going to be $16,000, and I couldn't justify all of those farm payments going into a piece of equipment. You know how we are. This is a 2-cylinder. It's something that my husband collects and is able to work on his own. Oh, hush. So this says it's a John Deere 40U, so that means it's a utility tractor. But this is it. I am coming complete on this with a 3-point hitch and a rear PTO, so that means that I can use it for many things around the farm. I've got the umbrella bracket for the seat, which is nice for me. A little more fair-skinned, and I can put a canopy on it if it's raining and snowing. Do some seat repair there. So that's my tractor, everyone. This is what we'll be using for next year. This is a rough-looking little trailer, and I think this one even came with ramps with it, but it's got the removable sides. And what I'm going to do here is make a little bench for the kids to ride, make a covered canopy for them, using some PVC and either a tarp or some greenhouse material so that they can be in an enclosed area and be kept warm. So canvas tarp might be really good for that because it'll be a little more wind blocking and keep them dry in the rain. So I have to pick up another fender or take this one off, do a total repaint, and power wash it. See here, I'm missing a fender. This was given to my husband by a friend who just is embarrassed by it and likes to go buy things new. So thanks for that. The center boards are kind of weak, so I'll have to get underneath it and see how that is doing. Now this is a tip trailer, so it's really good for loading and unloading, but you can see here it's got the bar on the back for mounting ramps. The back tailgate is missing for it, which I don't need at all, but to be able to maybe keep the kids in it. The younger one there, Bethany, she's 2, so she'll be a little more contained if I do that. I want the kids real involved in the maple syrup gathering, so for them to be able to get out and empty buckets would be really nice too. So the tote and any additional barrels or buckets will go in here. And I'm going to pair this with that little 40 tractor. And I'll probably just go ahead and make it roadworthy and fix up these taillights and whatnot. But I'll be able to use it for other projects. Real tempted to paint it to match the tractor, but on the road that might look a little funny being pulled behind the Suburban. So that's that.